Grappling Dads, back at it. Paul here.
Juan
Pablo. Jack.
Kip's here.
Excellent.
Hey, first off, really quick. Hunter doesn't like our lead-in music.
I mean, he's a kid.
You know, it's still
he's probably into One Direction and stuff.
Or the Australian equivalent.
They have One Direction.
One Direction. I don't even know if they're a band.
I think it's called Other Direction in Australia.
Upside down direction.
That's when they're pointing down. It's fine, no worries.
She literally has to fast forward through it because he won't listen to it.
That's rude. 1.4 apparently is the magic number according to Paul Elliot.
Yeah, if you're somewhat insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's Paul.
He's got a little brain issue going on apparently. We sound good just as is at 1.4.
Dick.
A jerk.
Listeners,
God.
Don't listen to him.
Well, actually, they're going to listen to him for the next hour or so.
I know.
Yeah, so Kip and I fought. Was it last week or the week before?
Week before.
I wanted... this
is fucking awesome.
This hurts my feeling.
I'll make fun of you later.
This episode was going to be called The Hedonic Treadmill of Jiu Jitsu.
Yes.
And you informed me that...
We need to call it something else.
Call it something else. Nobody knows what a hedonic treadmill is. And I informed you that it is, in fact, common knowledge. Like, just because you're stupid doesn't mean everybody is, Kip. Like,
yeah.
Like maybe you read a book, bro. I think was my exact words. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so.
So
and you know me well enough. That was stupid.
I was actually butthurt, like physically nauseated.
You were mad that I didn't know.
Yes, I was.
Like literally heard from your wife that you bitched about me not knowing what it was.
Yeah, so I went up and I actually told Nicole, this stupid motherfucker doesn't know.
Exactly, word for word.
Doesn't know, end quote, doesn't know what hedonic treadmill is. Yeah. And she goes, the fuck is that?
It's fucking perfect. And that started a week of him asking everybody he could talk to.
Well, at first it started me apologizing to Nicole because ipso facto calling you a stupid motherfucker.
You called your wife a stupid motherfucker.
So I'm like,
well played, sir.
Shit. Yeah, it didn't feel good. So, again, my beautiful wife, I'm sorry. From the bottom of my heart. Shit. Yeah, I screwed that one up.
But he did. He went on to asking, how many people did you ask?
Oh, so I went over to your house. I think I dropped off some keys or something.
Yeah, you had to grab your keys.
Yep. And I said, hey, Jen and Mel, do you know what a hedonic treadmill is? And they both went, no, what the fuck is that?
And random friends. We had random friends also.
Yeah, well, hold on. I'll get to it. So now I'm pissy. Like, I'm like, no. So we go to the gym on Sunday. And I asked people at the gym, hey, anybody here know what a hedonic treadmill is? And everybody just looked at me like the asshole that I am, apparently.
Yes.
So now I'm getting like super pissed. And Jen is laughing her ass off at me. She thinks this is great.
Because now she knows why. Because she didn't know why you asked. Like completely.
Right.
She asked me later, she's like, what the fuck is he asking me about this dumbass treadmill?
Oh, she didn't have the context.
Yeah, she didn't have the context. She goes, what the fuck? Why does he care? I'm like, because she goes, he was fucking butthurt.
So,
I'm like,
seriously, you gave it zero thoughts after you left, and I couldn't get it out of my head. Perfect.
Yeah,
this
didn't
is perfect.
Think about it.
So, yeah. Anyway, so I go home, I'm butthurt, and I'm telling my wife, and she's of course laughing hysterically at me because
no one knows.
My brain is broken.
Just like I said.
So I come back over that night to pick up my keys.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, and you were gone. You were picking up bread or toast or some bullshit. And you had some friends over.
Yes.
And I said, hey, friends of Kip's, do you know what a hedonic treadmill is? And your friend goes, a treadmill that you run hedonically on? I'm like, God damn it. The look of glee on Jen's face is just like, this is great.
Because at this point, she knows it's fucking killing you.
Oh, it's killing me.
Oh.
Guess what I did all day at work today?
You asked a bunch of people, didn't you?
I did.
How many do you?
Zero. Not one.
Wow, it's not
one person.
It's not common knowledge. Weird.
No.
Somebody told somebody that 2 weeks ago. Oh, it was me. I told you immediately, Right when I said, I have no fucking clue what that is, we need to call it something else, you're like, no. Everyone knows. And I go, no, they don't.
So this will be more aptly titled, It's Never Good Enough, I guess.
Yes. Good job.
All right.
Much better.
Before we get into why your jiu-jitsu is never good enough, let's do some sponsors. Yeah, dude. I'll actually shut up because apparently I just get in your way. So
a little bit.
Do your thing.
All right.
I'll try not to interrupt.
Well, our new and fond sponsor is Gameness Geese. He's now pointing at it. I'm wearing mine, actually. Yeah, look at that. I'm wearing the sweatshirt.
Nice.
Yeah, I like them both. And check them out at gameness.com. They're great. Oh, God. I love their geese. I just soaked my new ones.
Oh, finally.
So they'll be ready tomorrow.
Perfect.
Yes. So I can half-ass do class again. And my Gameness gi, that is very comfortable. Air Pro.
That's
the shit. Love them. So great geese, great products, great guy. Love Justin. He's part of the marketing team over there. He's a listener of the show, so we love having family members sponsoring the shows. And there's not a whole lot better.
He friend requested me. He's a very pretty man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Justin.
Yeah, good job making us look stupid.
Pretty.
Perfect.
Oh wow, he's younger and prettier.
You should do YouTube.
Bitch. I know somebody that can help. But
me.
Not Paul. But yeah, definitely check out gameness.com. Give him a follow maybe on Instagram and on any of the socials. And if you can find Justin, it'd be really funny. But GD10 at checkout does work. We have confirmed it.
Thanks, Justin.
It had a little hiccup, but it does work now.
Yeah, we got yelled at.
He got that shit fixed.
Yeah, it was quick. I was impressed.
Yeah, we got yelled at by a listener. that fucker doesn't work. He fixed it in no time. So they're really responsive. Great guys. Their shipping is awesome. You'll love them. So give them a check out. Then we got Top Mount Apparel. Been here for a long time. God, dude. Yeah, you don't get in my way at all.
I can't help myself.
Oh, my God. So, but yeah, I'm wearing the hat today. It's my blue belt hat. Paul should have a purple belt hat, but I lost that fucker.
Way to go, a-hole.
And then, no, I'm a bastard. But they're up there. We love them. Al's a great guy. The crew over there are great people. Check them out on Instagram. The Regardless movement's very cool. So definitely check them out. Once again, GD10 at checkout saves you a few dollars. Then we have, we'll go with Chad. I like Chad better. Black Line Jiu Jitsu. I'm actually back training mildly. I got to watch.
Yeah.
Morgan really helped out. She is going to be doing what is that? A women's self-defense seminar with
November
19th.
No, 11th. 11th. It's the same day as the tournament.
Yes, you're right.
11th. Yep.
Yeah, the 11th. So
very,
very cool.
Crap.
It was the 19th for the tournament, I do believe. God damn it,
we suck
Paul.
at life.
Well, damn it, I had it, Paul. I had it.
Well,
hold on, I got it right here.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
It's either the 9th, 11th, or 19th.
So during the month of November, there is fucking hell. Do you have it?
No, you just said you did, so I quit looking.
Oh, yeah, I got it. It's right here. Because I have we'll be posting this, by the way. And it is the 9th. So the second one we picked. From 1 to 2:30 at Black Line Jiu Jitsu.
You're welcome, Morgan.
Yeah, look at us go. Her husband will make fun of us for that. He listens for sure. So a lot of the cool thing is $5 of the proceeds of the $25 per person, which you all should come over and check out because Morgan's awesome.
She's a phenomenal teacher.
Unbelievable, dude.
Impressive, yeah.
And Green Gables Haven Community Shelter, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, she was coaching last night at Black Line. She's one of our coaches. Chad's out with a bitch injury. And he's like has a hernia or some shit.
Yeah.
He was limping like a son of a bitch.
A hell of a hernia, too. He's like, it literally hurts from here to here. And it's like,
he couldn't move. He said when it started hurting, he couldn't move.
Ooh,
I was like, ooh.
It sounds awful.
Well, he was like, I think I have a hernia. He started talking about, oh, no.
Oh, it sounds
You have a hernia, I'm guessing, and you need to calm the fuck down because you can tear that worse, and it's bad.
I wanted to roll with him just because it's like my one shot.
I've heard jumping on people's backs the way to go.
Oh, yeah.
When they're injured, fucking do it. But Black Line Jiu Jitsu in Grand Rapids, Michigan. If you have a chance, come check us out. You can beat one of the two of us up. Once again, if you jump on my back while I'm not looking, you'll win. And but having Morgan as one of our coaches, she was coaching the huge class last night. She is super fun to listen to and watch.
Funny.
awesome, makes sense, breaks it down. Chad's a great coach. He has a lot of knowledge. Jesse's a great coach. So we have a great squad there. Justin, apparently he's good at no-gi.
He does no-gi
I
stuff,
don't know what no-gi is, so...
Never stepped foot in that door.
Heard it's great and disgusting all at the same time. So, but definitely check us out. The website's up there to check them out. Give us a like on Facebook or Instagram. Also, don't do a lot of Instagram. Chad, get on that. And then we have Corler Gracie. He is not powering the show today, so...
You're going to say he's not powering the Jiu Jitsu podcast,
yeah, I know.
which also he doesn't power. Yeah. Andrew powers that, if we're honest.
He really puts that.
He's
puts the show together.
The light in that tunnel of darkness.
Yeah, don't listen to that show. And if you are, I'm sorry.
Apologies for even bringing it up on the show.
But check him out in Northern Indiana. He's great. Unbelievable coach, unbelievable teacher. Has a totally different slant on jiu-jitsu than a lot that you'll see. So.
Yep, he is the Sherlock Holmes of jiu-jitsu. Enjoy that.
He really is.
Yep. There's no better description.
If he was the slow Sherlock Holmes.
Ah.
Don't you agree?
Yes.
Okay, good.
All right.
Oh, Andrews Watson.
Yeah.
A short dullard. That's along for the ride.
When is their Halloween party?
Oh, fuck.
I'm not going because it's just too far to drive for that shit.
Yeah.
But if I was driving, I would bring them costumes.
And I would try to go because my wife might want to go.
Oh, she might, yeah.
So I don't think I'll be there, but I would. The only reason I would go is for Jen. Mama Jen would I would go for her. That's about it. But not Corler.
No, not that guy.
I'll
fight him. Yeah, just beat the piss out of him for funsies. He can't stop us.
Good Lord, that dude's some kind of fucking psycho. Whatever.
All right.
I guess he's good at jiu-jitsu.
That's what I hear.
I haven't witnessed it yet.
I wouldn't know. Every time I go to touch him, my wrist breaks. So
yeah, I don't even get to roll with him because he just breaks my fucking wrist. It's really rude.
Perfect.
It seems like a cop-out. I don't want to roll with you. I'm just going to break your wrist immediately.
All right, funsies. All right, let's get into it. All right, Paul Elliot, good friend of the show, bad friend of the show, this case may be, whatever you want to call it.
Slow friend of the show, whatever you want to look at it as.
Wrote an article called Jiu Jitsu Happiness. It's not called the hedonic treadmill, oddly enough. Apparently, he knew that...
normal people don't know what the fuck that is.
Weird how that worked out. Anyway, mad about things. Jiu Jitsu is hard and at times demoralizing. I think we all know that.
Yes.
Failure is routine because none of us have perfect jiu-jitsu. Having an optimistic outlook on life and jiu-jitsu helps, but even the most optimistic can be beaten down by waves of hardship. Proper perspective in jiu-jitsu helps. Matter of fact, he did an entire article on that we read on the show.
Yeah, actually we did.
Mm-hmm. But that is only a way to ensure any day-to-day failures can be used in a positive way. What we really need is a long-term method for improving our jiu-jitsu outlook without either accepting long-term stagnation or quitting altogether. Yeah, so perspective definitely helps, but you need, I think, more than that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's because perspective, you can have all the perspective in the world, but if your brain doesn't or your heart doesn't believe that perspective, it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of like... Now, for instance, I'm about to lose my job because of the GM strike, and it really has me butthurt.
Really? I hadn't heard about that.
It really has me butthurt, right? So I'm kind of like, a little mopey. I'm like, God damn it, my kids want to do that tournament, and I'm like, this is a bad time.
That's a lot of money.
But I can't tell them
you
no
signed them
either.
Up anyways,
I
didn't you?
did. Bro, if they want to do that, they were so excited, and I'm
and for them to get more excited about jiu-jitsu because they've had their little funkiness.
Yeah,
lately,
they did.
Yep. I don't think that's anyone's fault. It's just you go for long enough. It's part of this.
They've been I want to say hardcore, but they've been 3 years solid.
Oh yeah, nonstop.
So lately they've been going the fire, the love just isn't there. So it's been kind of a little more of a struggle.
Yeah.
So this tournament comes up, and Addie wanted to do it, and she heard my kids heard Addie wanted to do it, so they're like, I want to do that too, and they got fired up, and now they're excited about it again. So I couldn't, in good conscience, say no.
Yeah. Oh no.
So I'm like,
I would have gave you the money.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I'm not asking anybody.
Please, God, don't ask me for the money.
Patreon at.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody wants to
for other kids' tournaments.
The Patreon might end up paying for my kids to do the tournament. I'm sorry. Anyway, so they want to do that. So anyway, my point is, it's got me bummed out. But if I change my perspective, like people have it so much worse, right? And this is a small hiccup.
A lot of them don't have friends like me.
Exactly. So yeah, being able to change a perspective in hard times certainly helps, but it's just hard to keep that perspective going.
But you have the proper perspective because you know it. Crockers.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, I do it all the time. I just move on and you don't catch it. But I do it all the time. It's fun. But it's like I said, you have the proper perspective with your job. You know you have a backup plan for a backup plan for a backup plan for keeping everything in place.
None of which I want to use.
Fuck no. But you have those. So you have those, right? And that should give you a good perspective on dealing with this.
True that.
Do you still feel like a little bit of like shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because your heart and your mind are like,
Yeah. It's hard to understand and have proper perspective, but feel it.
Yeah.
You know,
you can't make yourself feel it.
Yeah. It's like trying to tell your emotions and, you know, you can't tell them what to do.
What are emotions?
Right. I have one. It's hatred. Yeah. Anyway.
Do I even have one?
I have nothing.
I don't know if I've been informed I'm quite dead inside.
Dead inside. All right. To do this, we can look at some psychological concepts that help explain how some people can overcome all the obstacles to achieving a BJJ black belt and beyond, while others either quit or lose their desire to advance through the ranks. The first concept is the hedonic treadmill, or hedonic adaptation. Oddly, he explains what it is.
Wow, it's almost like he assumed people wouldn't know what it is.
It's almost like that, isn't it, Kip? Hate you.
Yeah.
Hedonic adaptation. The hedonic treadmill, put simply, is the tendency for humans to habituate circumstances regardless of positive or negative events. There is a tendency to return to a set level of happiness. In the context of Jiu Jitsu, getting that new belt or gold medal is a great feeling, but inevitably you go back to your daily training and daily successes and failures. You have that which you desired, but it doesn't necessarily fundamentally alter your outlook on Jiu Jitsu. Yeah. Stripes are a good one, right? You get that new stripe and you get that awesome feeling.
That rush. Yeah.
You get that rush. You get that, it's even bigger with a new belt. I mean, I just got the purple belt.
And he is fucking insufferable.
I told you that.
He's helping people everywhere. Oh my God. You can't help yourself.
I can't. I actually stopped with two people and I said, "Oh, hey, look, if I'm being a condescending douchebag, please let me know. It's just in my head. I can't help it. Like it'll go away. Give me a couple of months."
There was a dude doing break falls, and you're like, "I can't keep him doing that." You ran up and
homie was gonna break his own arms, man, and he's gonna do a tournament. We can't have that.
Oh, he's doing a tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna break himself.
Yeah. So don't do that. So I think I fixed it. I hope
so, because he was breaking like shit.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, just before I got my purple belt, Paul Elliot made a joking comment about purple belts being like arrogant or insufferable or something like that. And I'm like,
whatever.
It's true.
Totally, it's true. He can't stop himself.
It's probably just me, but whatever.
No, it's not.
I think everybody goes through the...
Except for Adam.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Adam didn't.
Nah,
you could give Adam a magenta belt. And that motherfucker would not care.
Dude is ice cold, man.
He's just straight. He's a purple belt at our school. Yeah. Farm boy, if you ever come by. He's the bald ginger.
Yes.
All
right. Anyway, for the optimist or someone with a higher hedonic set point happiness level, there are steps towards perfecting their jiu-jitsu, even though it is an impossible task. For the pessimist or someone with a lower hedonic set point happiness level, the impossible task leads to some interesting results that may explain a variety of jiu-jitsu perspective problems.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I know what a set point is, but he hasn't explained what that is.
I think he might get into it, but we'll go over it.
Yeah, just real quick. So your set point is your norm of happiness. Correct?
We touched on it, but didn't really dive into it.
Well, he's going to it so many times already. I'm like, if I didn't know what that was, I'm going to have to think back on what he already said.
So you got a scale of 1 to 10 on how happy you generally are on a day-to-day basis. Yep. So some people are, 7, 8, 9. They're super happy, very optimistic. Their, outlook on life is very grand. They have delusions of grandeur, if you will. It's great. And then you have other people that are like, 1, 2, 3. And I don't want to call it depression because that's something different altogether.
I want to keep that out of this.
Yeah, it's just, people have a glum or a gloomy outlook on life. Like it's never good enough. There's always a problem. It's always a worst case scenario.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be depression.
No.
Because honestly, it's what you would call a pessimist.
Yeah.
You have you're way more pessimistic at a 3 than you would be at a 7 or 8.
So we're talking about something different than anxiety and depression here.
Yeah.
This is just,
straight feeling.
Yeah.
Like just happy.
Yeah. Averages, right?
Yeah. That's all it is.
Yep. So,
but if you're a 2,
yeah. So I have friends and we all have them. They're like salesmen or whatever. Their happiness set point seems to be very, very high.
Yes.
They're enthusiastic. They're outgoing. They like partying. You'd call them,
extroverts? Where are you going with this?
Yeah, extroverts, not introverted. This might be wrong. I might be making this up right off the top of my head. Matter of fact, I am. Yeah. But it seems right. Just feels good to me right now.
Is he on the show? He can't correct us. Once again, I point out.
but you all have those friends that they're always kind of bitching. There's always a problem. They're always sad. They always just want to talk about the negativity. And they're never happy.
I got this great new job. I have to travel a bunch.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
it's
focus on the other part.
It's like they're only happy when they're complaining. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
everybody knows somebody like that.
No, but sure. that's on the far.
And if you don't know somebody like that, it's you.
you're the one. Anyway, that's your set point. More on that. So
he almost moved on.
I almost did, but I don't know if he gets into it. So, for example, let's say somebody you got 2 people. They're both at a happiness 7 set point.
Yeah.
Relatively optimistic. They have their good days and bad days, but more good days than bad days.
Yes.
And one guy wins $10 million. So for the next year, his happiness set point is 10. It's maxed out. He's living the baller life, having a good time. After that year, it's just what his life is. It's just, this is my new house, this is my new cars, and this is my bank account. Yeah, right. Yeah. But he's now at that 7 set point. The other guy gets in a car accident. He's a quadriplegic. So his happiness goes down to a 0.
Yeah.
He's miserable. And then after about a year, you get used to it. This is your new normal. This is just what life is now. And then his happiness goes up to about a 7. So your set point is your set point, and no matter what happens in your life, you kind of revert back to whatever that is. You can change your set point, but that takes work. That's hard to do.
That's a hard thing.
Yeah.
Because it's changing who you are a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that if you want to do that, you have to work at it. And it's kind of like a practice, right? Just like Jiu Jitsu is a practice, you get better at Jiu Jitsu if you practice it every day. Same thing. You have to do something every day to make sure that set point changes.
Ooh.
So good luck.
Have fun.
The problem of learned helplessness. How many of us have rolled with a black belt and felt like no matter what we did, we were always going to come out on the losing side? No, never experienced that.
No,
Weird.
No,
yeah, usually I just beat them up.
Yeah, just take them out.
Yeah, literally 100% of us when we were inexperienced, or experienced as the case may be. It's whatever, dude.
Still get my ass.
Yeah, oddly, nothing's changed in 10 years. I have rolled with countless people who see a black belt on the other person and it disables their normal jiu-jitsu.
I had that when I first started. Remember? I couldn't roll with Chad.
Yep.
And he was a brown belt.
So I actually still so Chad runs a big school, right? Rolls with a lot of people, so I don't often get to roll with Chad.
No.
When I do, it's like I go into full derp mode.
Yeah.
But if I roll with him like 10 times in a row, like I get my groove. You know what I mean? Like the mental, the mental like glitch, whatever that is in the Matrix, kind of goes away.
Yeah.
But yes,
but I used to roll with them once, and I looked like a fucking idiot.
The fact is, I think it can happen to anybody at any level, because exactly of what he's talking about here. Learned helplessness. They did it to us. It's not our fault.
Yeah, I didn't learn it. They made me.
It's more like taught helplessness, if I'm honest.
Forced helplessness?
Boy, I like it. Forced. We're onto something. We should have wrote this article.
We really should have. We don't need Paul.
He's so eloquent, though.
He really is. I like his writing.
It is good. Experience says that the role is
SimpleBJJ.com.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
Experience says that the role is only going to go one way, and we are effectively helpless to alter the outcome other than perhaps slightly delaying the inevitable. And that's even a stretch sometimes. I even encountered this to a small degree as a black belt when I roll with black belts who have significantly more experience than me. Wonder who he's talking about there.
Yeah, I know.
I'll never guess. This state of mind can be described as learned helplessness, which has quite a bit of research behind it. For our wow, I'll get there. You just hold on. For our context, learned helplessness effectively solidifies a negative outlook on your jiu-jitsu based on past experience. Yeah, this is going to sound arrogant because it is.
Fuck. Fucking purple belt.
I know. I can tell people roll with me differently because of my belt than other white belts. Like when I see two white belts roll together, they get after it. They want to win. It's like, I'm your rank, and I want to prove myself against you.
They have the most chance to beat somebody at their level, I would think.
Yeah. But when they roll with a purple belt or above, it's like they just turn something off. Like, I'm already going to lose, so I'm not even going to really try. Not all the time, but it does happen.
Oh, I was going to say, I never had that problem.
No.
I always thought I could lose.
Right? I'll lose, but I'm going to give it everything I have.
Watch me be stupid.
But yeah, you can just tell the difference when
I got
they think they have a chance, and when they in their head, no, they don't. They just almost lay down.
Well, it's similar to, for me, just watching and being a blue belt that's been a blue belt for
17 years. You're going to be like me. This is awesome.
Fuck yeah, I am. Holy shit.
Hey, you got your blue belt way faster than I did, so now it's time to slow down. So we can...
Oh, no. Don't worry. I've already slowed down. It's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's, let's say, because I have a go-to sweep in a series. If I start that series and complete it on anybody that's below me, their attitude changes very quickly. And it goes from, I'm trying to kill you, to, fuck it. And it's like, oh, he's just going to beat me up anyways. And all they do is try to stop one thing, and that's the sweep, and that's it.
Yeah, some people get the same way with anybody. So
yeah,
you start out a roll, and they're aggressive, and they do slap, bump, roll. Like that moment, they do anything in their power to get on top. And once they're not on top, it's just like their whole mojo goes away. Like all that aggression, they're just like, I don't know what to do, and they just fold under that pressure because they need to be in the top position or whatever position they want. And if they're not there, they just kind of give up.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's like learned helplessness. Like, well, I suck in this position, so I might as well not try.
Man, I'll try anything from dumbass position. Like, I'm not a great top player by any stretch of the imagination. I still try.
Yeah, you got to try.
Well, Kip, what are you doing? Don't know yet.
Poking his eye out. Like, it'll get him to tap.
I'm going to go to north-south. Then I'm going to...
go back the other way.
I'm going to go back the other way. Ooh, I might switch and go back to north-south.
Hey, as long as you're doing stuff, not just grinding.
Yeah, I don't have that in
Shoulder of justice across the face.
No, I can't do it. I can.
Yeah, I don't do that either. All right. The state of mind can be described as learned helplessness, which has quite a bit of... I already read that. All right, moving on. Forever X belt. Like, we heard a lot. Forever blue belt, forever white belt, forever whatever belt. They're like, I'm stuck here. I'm never moving on. I've always heard that in every school I've been to. Like, I'm stuck here. I'm never going to move up. I'm not smart enough.
Really?
Yeah. I hear it all the time.
I don't pay attention.
Oh, you should, because it's very common to hear. Anyway,
interesting.
I've seen many jiu-jitsu students who appear content to remain at a particular level. I mean, hell, bro, that was me.
Oh, no, I'm pretty content in my blue.
Being content at where you're at and thinking you're always going to be there, I think are two different things.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah,
very different.
So I assumed I was always going to be a blue belt. I didn't care. I was overly content. Like I wasn't going to push myself for that next level.
You and Ben both did that.
Yeah, and again, thank you to everybody, and yes, you too, Kip, for pushing me because it did really mean more than I thought it would.
Yeah, thanks a lot for remembering me this time.
Suck it.
Oh wow! Don't do this show without your headphones on.
Does it sound weird?
That's fucking weird. I just took my hat off. The people on there.
This is sweating.
Yeah, I'm warm in here today, and I took my hat off. I'm like, and I can barely hear you talking.
Oh really?
Even though you're right there.
That's funny.
And then I went to go talk, and I couldn't hear myself. I'm like,
ooh.
I paused.
Everything's broken.
It's really weird. Can't live without these. Just don't walk around real life with these.
When Joe Rogan has somebody on that doesn't want to wear their headphones, it's maddening because they keep on talking like this and then they get farther away. And
yeah, because you don't know.
I'm like, he's like, pull the mic up to your face. You cannot have those on if you talk to the mic.
Yeah, good
Jeez.
Lord, people.
Yeah, it's hard though. Alternatively, this is also expressed as, I never seem to get better than so-and-so, so why try so hard? Although there has to be many reasons for these thoughts, the end result is choosing to stagnate or only weakly pursue getting better. It is one thing to set priorities in life that are more important in Jiu Jitsu, but entirely another issue when your training is purposely less focused and effective because of a problem with hedonic adaptation or learned helplessness. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yep. For example, I got in and out of Jiu Jitsu a lot because of
injury. This life. Just
right?
life happens.
And that's fine. That's acceptable. Nobody's going to complain and give you a hard time for that. They'll give you a hard time because they love you, but
they want you there.
Yeah, they don't actually think
we want everyone there.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though the gym gets too damn full, you still want everybody there.
Come.
There's no room for you, but come back.
You're not allowed to quit. But when you're purposely less focused and effective because of a problem with hedonic adaptation that, like I had, that's not acceptable. I think that's where my mindset was faulty. Flawed, for sure. All right. The unhappy view of jiu-jitsu. Learned helplessness is a state of focusing on the negative elements of the past. Anticipating stagnation in jiu-jitsu is focusing on the negative elements of the future. Anytime I see someone who has a tendency to focus on the negative, they also tend to have a correspondingly low happiness set point. My set point is lower than I'd like it to be. Like, this is something that I could probably focus on to up that a little bit, maybe get rid of my
what do you think
RBF.
Your set point is?
I'm going to go with like a 6. I'm above the medium point. Like, I'm generally happy. I can pull it together, but it's my thoughts in my mind. Like, I can keep them to myself, and I'm not one to like bitch all the time. But the internal dialogue, it could stand an upgrade. If you know
I
what
would have put you at a 6.
Yeah,
I really would have.
Look at that. See, we're on the same page.
Where am I at? Do you think?
You fluctuate more than I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because I've seen you at 3 and I've seen you at an 8.
Yeah,
it depends on what's going on in your life at the particular point. I think I'm pretty 6-ish.
Yeah, you're 6-ish. I've seen you lower, but not nearly like me.
No.
Like, I'm a fucking crazy person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked about that on our previous show with the meds and stuff like that and switching, and that's, I think, where a lot of it comes from, because if you're on the right shit, you're an 8. When you forget to take it, you're off stuff, dude, you're not great at all.
I forgot to take it this weekend. I was a fucking basket case.
Oof.
My brain was all over the fucking place.
Yep.
My wife has gotten so good with dealing with me.
Nice. But that's when when you're changing stuff and it's not working.
Yeah.
You're a real handful, motherfucker.
I know. Oh, I know. Doesn't happen often, but I'm pretty open about it. No, but I tell everybody,
for sure, stop doing that though.
Like, I am. I've been on the same one for a while. Yeah. Now the issue is remembering.
If you're not gonna be on them, start drinking more.
Oh, I need to.
We still got that good whiskey from Paul. We got to get into that again.
Oh, we do.
We do. I'm all about
St. Lawrence spirits.
Yeah, I'm all about savoring and saving, but sometimes you just gotta like.
Oh, real quick.
Party it up.
Tangent, small one, because
we're already on a tangent.
Tangent of a tangent. Tangies.
We would never.
Multiples. St. Lawrence Spirits sent us an email like 6 months ago, saying, like, because we weren't looking for them to sponsor us. We just really like their shit. So we're like, you mind if we kind of post you up? That fucking stuff was delicious. And I think they kind of took it as like he wanted to be able to sponsor us. And they have a really big podcast I actually have listened to. Super funny. Seen the guy live. It's from a comedian. Forget what it's called. Because that's just me. And hey, if you still listen to the show, that's just my bad. Like, we had so many emails. That was when we were getting before we had Flick Chat. So you remember we were just getting emails left and right, and I'm like trying to respond.
It's hard to keep up.
A bunch. I've gone back and I missed a bunch.
Well, especially when you and I are both checking, and then I'll miss stuff because you already read it.
Yeah,
so it's not black anymore. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm like, fuck. So if you still listen, because he's a friend of Paul's also. That's what reminded me. Like, oh, yeah, Paul.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the whiskey, and we totally understand. We were literally doing it because we loved your product. Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah, when Paul was here visiting, we did a little. We had Evan Williams, Woodford, and that. We did a little tasting, and we're kind of like comparing and stuff like that. And your stuff is
fucking good, dude.
Very, very good.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I meant to respond.
I need more whiskey.
It was a very, like he even said, they're like, oh, we'll get you some more of this and then. Like, I didn't even respond. And I'm like, I didn't realize I didn't respond. Like, now I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm a dick.
This is where you can blame the meds. Huh?
I was in the process of mixing a bunch of them up right there.
You've been dealing with that shit for like quite a while.
Yeah, but you also knew me when I wasn't on anything. Like 3 years ago, that was me on nothing.
Yeah, I thought you were fine.
No,
I liked you then.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
Well, we didn't live next door either. So.
Yeah, no, I was.
I seen you like twice a week. It was good.
Yeah, it was perfect. It's about as normal as I could be. No, it's you know how you have your internal monologue? Mine's screaming. It's like fucking having a little goblin in the back of your fucking brain.
Mine's more like Eeyore. Thanks for noticing.
You don't like me. Ho hum. Paul really thinks everyone hates him.
No, yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? Don't argue. Everybody loves Paul, and he's like, they all like you. I'm like,
why are they mad at me? It's like, what?
I did realize that whenever we're too close, because whenever I'm in a bad mood, Paul's like, it's my fault.
Like, Kip's pissed at me for some reason. Son of a bitch.
I don't even know if I've ever been mad at you.
Plotting your death.
Pretty sure I've never been mad at you.
Mad at me, will you? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Kip's such a fucking dick. Why? Because he's mad at me.
I'm gonna die.
What'd he say to you? Nothing.
Nothing. That's the problem.
He was mad around me.
I texted him. He didn't text back.
No, that can't be it, because you would never think I liked you.
No.
I have a cold, and you just coughed into the mic. Ish.
I coughed away from the mic.
And then you're like cough, cough, cough.
Ah.
I can see it.
Tickle in my throat. Damn it.
See it.
We'll edit that out. All right. Coping mechanism to deal with inevitable failures, which we once found joy. All right. Through my own experience, what I have seen in others, and what research into happiness suggests, I believe there are methods we can use to help us compensate for the problem with our jiu-jitsu perspective. Although I was unaware of just how much research is available on the topic, it turns out my general approach to life and jiu-jitsu already set me up for happiness and success in jiu-jitsu. Pin a rose on your nose, Paul.
Yeah, aren't you special?
I'll explain both my approach as well as what the research says. Mining the past. The first angle that can be taken to adjust your happiness set point is simply to be thankful. This sounds ineffective at first, but part of what it has done for me and others is to specifically realize just how far you've gone in jiu-jitsu. That's actually a big deal. Comparing yourself to others, no bueno.
Yeah, don't do that.
Comparing yourself to your past self, bueno. Definitely, yes, bueno.
Bueno.
So
that's all the Spanish we know.
If I could go back and fight my white belt self, like think of that, right?
Oh, that would just be ugly as fuck.
Oh, bro.
You'll murder myself.
Especially because I thought I was good.
Oh, you knew you were good.
I knew.
You knew you were good.
The better I get, the worse I think I am. That's the funniest shit about my perspective.
Your perspective is fucked. Because oh my gosh, how many times have we talked about this on this show? Paul thinks he's so bad at everything. So bad.
There's a quote that says, the problem with the world is the ignorant are cocksure and the wise are full of doubt. The more
that's pretty good, actually.
The more I learn about jiu-jitsu, the more I realize I don't know anything about jiu-jitsu. It's kind of like that you build this bonfire that just illuminates all the other possibilities and stuff that I'm not at yet. That's kind of what I'm getting at, but I do it in a douchey manner.
Yeah, you really do. You hate yourself.
I'll fix it eventually.
I don't know what my perspective of jiu-jitsu is. Not a clue. I just enjoy it.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good perspective. I'm not mad at that at all. All right, just how far you've gone. All right, this basically an instance of counting your blessings. Proofread, bro. On your first day, you were understandably not good at jiu-jitsu. After your second day, you literally have twice as much experience at jiu-jitsu than you did the day before. Yeah, the snowball at first goes definitely faster than after you get your blue belt and things really taper down, at least for me. And that's a pretty cool thing to be grateful for, even so early on. When you become a blue belt, you have left the ranks of beginner and now, and you can legitimately make a claim that you know, air quotes, jiu-jitsu.
That hurt you a little to even read it.
It did. I got it. This is very cool, too. The alternative is to look at the setbacks you've had or how poorly you do against the upper belts and project a sense of failure on your training. The past is where you should be mining concrete accomplishments and positive aspects of your jiu-jitsu, both big and small. Reflecting on where you were and how far you've come gives hope that if you shut up, have come this far, Why not further? The cliche that if you are training, you are doing better than the people on the couch is basically a form of this type of thinking. That's true. Cliches are stupid, but they're also not all wrong.
No, they're a cliche for a reason.
They're a cliche for a reason. I mean, a lot of them make sense. They're just usually overused, and then we end up hating them with the fiery passion of hell.
Yes, like journey, path, and those types of things. Wore the right shirt for that the other day.
Yeah, he did.
And no surprise at all, Hugo wants one. It says sports right on the bottom. I'm like, I knew it as soon as I posted. I'm like, watch, Hugo's going to love this shit.
He's going to comment. He's like, I need that in my life. That's funny. He should get one.
I was right, though.
He'll wear the hell out of that.
David, help him out.
Dude,
charge
Dave.
him like $80.
Yeah, 75 at least. All right. Yeah. If you do jiu-jitsu once a week, hell, once a month, let's say you're super busy and all you have time for is every now and then, once, twice a month, you're still doing better. You're still going to learn, albeit very, very slow.
Yeah.
But still better than the dude not doing shit.
Well, look at Joe Lemon. It's a perfect example right now. He just started back, and because of just life.
Yeah.
He had two
moving,
kids.
jobs, two kids. Yeah.
Two kids in a short amount of time, too. They're crunched together.
Bro, get off her.
Yeah, he won't. Have you met Joe? Creepy son of a bitch.
Yeah, weird.
No, but he's just back, and he really can only afford a day a week.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? The motherfucker's there.
He's there, yeah.
As soon as he got that day a week to do it, he's back.
Oh, I'm going to throw him under the bus and use him for a little bit. When I first started at Black Lion, I had issues rolling with him. Like, so he was better than me, clearly. He had 2 stripes when he was there, and I was there with a 0
he's
stripe.
legit anyways.
Yep, I was a newer, unpracticed blue belt. When I had him in my guard, I couldn't do fuck all with him. Like, he just...
No, his base is good.
So he's the reason I went to Croyler for he's one of the reasons.
I was going to say there's others.
Yeah, there's others. But he's one of the reasons where I'm like, clearly this isn't working. Like, it would work up to a level, and he was like the beginning of the level where I thought, we're close enough. Like, I should be able to do something.
Yeah.
And he just shut it down, like, with ease. Embarrassingly so. And I'm like, okay, this needs fixed. So
you want to know where he learned that? In a private recoiler.
Yeah, fun.
His base, and the one that he uses.
Nice.
Yeah, I talked to him. I saw him at Myers.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But my long form point here is he's been gone for quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
Being busy. And I've just kept on going. So when we're rolling now, I'm like, oh, wow. This is not the same. Like, you don't sometimes realize how far you've come until you roll with somebody that used to beat the crap out of you.
Yeah.
And they stopped going for a period of time and you didn't. And you're like, oh, I am getting better. Because everybody in your class is progressing about the same rate, give or take, than you are. So it just doesn't feel like you're making all that much progress.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, you're like, wow, I still struggle with the same people I struggled with before. It's it's because they're getting better.
Yeah, and nobody counts the brand new white belts. You're like, well, when you can beat a brand new white belt, like, yeah, but I've been able to do that for like years, right? I could do that for the last 5 years.
Yeah, it doesn't. You need 6 months, then you can beat the new fucking people. So,
but it's always fun when you have somebody was better than you, and now they're not.
Yeah,
and now you're like, oh.
Oh, so I'm going to be that person for people?
Oh, yeah. You could definitely be that guy. I was that guy. I remember the first time I did that. So at GRBJJ, my first school, I got injured, and I was out for a long time. And I got back, and one of my buddies there, we were rolling, and he was going, why are you letting me do all this? I'm like, bro, I am not letting you do a damn thing. This is all you. And he was supremely confused. Like, it didn't
because same issue you'll have. It's just, you look at what's around you, and then when something new comes in, especially something that's new that was old, it's going to throw you off.
Yeah, but it's if you can get that perspective, like, not everybody can have that, right? I understand it, but realize that if this did happen, you would have that. That made sense, right? Yeah, we'll go with it. Investing in the future. The second angle deals with the future instead of the past. The approach is effectively the same. Focus on the positive. Realize that one day you will be able to do all the things that upper belts are doing to you. In fact, the people who are most likely to continue training after the first few classes are the ones who fail spectacularly and come up smiling because they can see that if someone else can do this amazing technique on them, they will be able to learn it and enjoy the same kind of success. That's a good mindset to
Yes.
have. I
Very
don't
good.
think everybody
It'd be
has
hard
that.
to have something for a lot of people.
So yeah, if you're one of those people, listen to that, play it back a few times, try to put that in your
Write it
mind.
down.
Write it down.
Something.
Put it on your mirror, whatever. A fascinating way to focus on the positive is imagining your best possible self, air quotes. Research indicates that this specific method of focusing your efforts on increasing your success and happiness is very effective. One way we can do this is to imagine that if all our training goes according to plan, then we know we will get to the black belt level, not just an optimal amount of time, but also with a shape to our effective form of jiu-jitsu that is uniquely ours.
Nice.
Yep. So, yeah. Yeah, I have nothing to add. That was pretty
funny.
good.
You're like, that was good.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
good.
summed
Covered
it
it.
up. Fair. I knew from the first day that I walked into the academy that I would one day be a black belt. I had no way of knowing how long it would take, but my best possible self would be a black belt instructor that had consistently trained for up to 10 to 12 years, trained hard when in class, and studied hard when at home. Everything I did from the first day was in service of becoming that best possible self. And not only did I achieve all of that, but I also did it in less time than I anticipated. In effect, I became my best possible self by taking my best possible self seriously. That's another thing. If
That's the best he could do. Ugh.
I don't know, some people get it done in 5
I've
years.
met him.
I'm just saying.
Ugh.
But he has a good point. Like if you have an image in your head of what you want to be and then act accordingly,
Yeah.
like what he did, when he was at the school, he took it serious, he trained hard. When he was at home, he took notes, he redid the notes, he studied however he did. I'm sure YouTube and Instagram videos along the way helped probably tons.
Beating up Amy.
Oh, for
Just
sure.
Like, Amy, come
You know,
here. I
hey,
need a dummy.
When you practice
to
75
be
triangles,
jiu-jitsu.
yeah, I'm sure she was on board with that.
Sure, she was happy about it. It's probably why she does jiu-jitsu, just to get him back.
Exactly. Like, I just want to learn wrist locks for the next 5 years. Gonna break those off. Oh yeah, that's a good way. Take yourself seriously, get that image in your head, and don't be what he talked about before, the forever X belt. Don't do what I did for far too long, because it really stunts your growth. And then you don't take it seriously. You don't take yourself seriously in it. And yeah, it's not good. Like, I made a mistake.
And once again, I bring up me. I'm weird because I don't think I really have an expectation of where I'm going to be.
So I think it's a good idea to
I should probably have that?
I think you should probably have one. I think this is really good advice.
Oh, yeah.
And if you go, all right, I want to be this belt by this time. Like, you may or may not get it. Like, some people exceed the expectations like he did, and some people don't. But I still think having that goal and working towards them and then doing whatever daily shit you got to do to get it done is good. Weird example, right? So I'm not into the law of attraction and all that kind of fun stuff. It's just, I think a lot of that it's just not for me, right? That being said, there's something about writing something down and talking about it and planning it. Even if you just put it in a drawer and forget about it, it puts it in your brain, and then your mind opens up to the possibilities, right? Years ago, I did that. I'm like, you know what? I want this kind of house and this kind of car and this kind of life, blah, blah, blah. And then, like a lot of things, you just throw in a drawer and forget about it.
Of course.
And I remembered quite recently, actually, that, hey, a lot of that stuff I wrote down and wanted, I have now, but I just never thought about it.
Yeah.
Like, it just wasn't, I didn't always have it on the fridge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think if you can keep something in the forefront, like keep a journal or notes or whatever you want to do, put a picture on the wall, I don't care, but just have that image in your head. I think it would go a long way. Or however you want to deal with that. Everybody's different. You especially.
Yeah, I'm way different. My brain is broken.
Happiness is in the process. I was hoping he would say path, but process he went with.
Attaboy.
If you are a high happiness set point person, then setbacks in jiu-jitsu and the long-term process of becoming a true expert in jiu-jitsu probably don't faze you. You likely already have the habits that research suggests cultivating a higher happiness set point. This essay is meant more for people who find themselves temporarily happy with that stripe, belt, medal, or cool new move, but quickly return to a baseline of feeling negative about their jiu-jitsu. Raise your hand if that's you. Me. When you have a thankful and positive view of your past and an optimistic focus of your best possible self for the future, you are better able to handle the inevitable setbacks and even repurpose failures as a positive part of your learning process. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, a rocket surgeon, to figure out the benefits in cultivating a positive and optimistic outlook based on wiring your brain to appreciate your jiu-jitsu progress and making a reality out of the process towards your best possible self. Please, Paul, say best possible self one more time.
Best possible self.
There you go. In other words, to be happier in jiu-jitsu, eliminate negative thinking and statements about your past and future. We did a podcast about stop saying you suck at jiu-jitsu.
Yes, we
Go
did.
back and take a listen to that. Moving forward, picture what you think is possible if you put serious effort into your jiu-jitsu. This doesn't mean ignore your job or family. Yeah, don't do that.
Totally do that.
We also did a work-life balance one if you can go back and listen to that.
Oh, real quick. The treadmill thing?
Mm-hmm.
I bet Roy Francis knows what it is.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Guaranteed.
You know what? Okay.
Guaranteed.
Everybody on Flick Chat, I want somebody to come up with a thing that says hedonic treadmill, right? And then just comment below yes or no if you know what it is. Or bust my balls. Or do whatever you want, but I want to know how wrong I am.
That's a good thread.
Yeah.
I bet Roy leads it.
Come on, Roy. Don't let me down.
Roy strikes me as a person like you.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be fun. Speaking of Flick Chat, the Flick Chat app, download that. Grappling Dads, all one word. Join the conversation. It's fun, and you can bust their balls.
Oh, dude, it's growing. I think we're over 200 people.
Yeah.
That are in there just jibber-jabbering around.
Yeah, it's funsy.
And the cool thing is when you join, you're instantly part of the GD family anyways,
Mm-hmm.
but there you can now voice it.
Yeah.
Or you can do what a lot of people do. They just read the shit.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. There's so many threads to choose from. Some just out of nowhere, a thread will just go up and everyone just starts talking on it.
Yeah, we
You
have
can just read through.
Yeah, we have some, I don't want to say dissenting opinions, but differing opinions,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
But you can always see both sides, right?
Yeah,
like
it's always a positive conversation.
Like not hurt yet old guy and me, like
Joe.
Yeah, we're different, right? Like he's more the Jocko Willink get after it type,
Yes,
no
he is.
excuses, and I like that kind of person. I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that guy.
No.
So
No.
I come with the
It's not
opposite.
Paul.
Yeah, maybe relax, take a break, have some ice cream.
Ice cream's good.
You know what I mean? But we both love this thing, and
it's
we have different opinions for different people and helping them out, and it's a great community. So anyway, and rant. Join. This doesn't mean ignore your job or family. It means that with your current set of priorities and responsibilities, just what is possible in a year, 5 years, or 10 years. Your coach can help shape your view of your best possible self, and I encourage you to take advantage of their desire to help you achieve what you can do. We should make a drinking game out of best possible self.
I think he cut and pasted that shit, just like sprinkle it in throughout. It's all over the place.
Somebody should make a rap out of that.
Best
Like a
possible
little
self.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, you are super white.
Wow. Unsubscribe now. All right. Having a higher happiness set point provides both contentment with what you have achieved as well as drive for achieving even more. Make a serious effort to rewire how you interpret your past and project your future. There is solid science that says even if you don't have a very good happiness set point, it is absolutely possible to cultivate a higher level of happiness in both life and jiu-jitsu. Just as there is a natural variation in happiness set points between people, there is a natural variation is how people react to the process of becoming an expert in jiu-jitsu. I have seen all types succeed or quit in jiu-jitsu. The fastest quitters are those that can't get past a focus on failure. The ones who have trouble bouncing back from injuries or breaks from jiu-jitsu are the ones that have trouble with their happiness set point. Well, look at you, Kip. You didn't quit. You must have a higher happiness set point.
I gotta be real high because I keep getting broken.
Bro.
I keep trying to come back.
You had me worried the other day, like, I got hurt again. I was just feeling better. I don't know how much more I can take.
Yeah.
But then, like 2 days later, you were at class, doing what you could do.
Well, a little injury update. I broke my neck.
You literally broke it.
Again.
Broke it.
Yeah.
But it's not. But it's not your disc, so this will heal. This will be
it's
a couple.
my spinous process.
Bless you.
I scared somebody. One of the guys on Flick Chat like started messaging me like because I was like, hey, I broke my neck again. Everybody's like, ha ha. He's like, and he messaged me and he's like, you're fucking kidding, right? No.
Nope.
Sadly, I'm not, because now I know what spinous process is. It's a little pointy thing off the back of your neck.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Is it going to like fuse back together? Or
it just heals.
okay.
Yeah, it just heals. Nothing you can really do about it. Just be smart with it is pretty much all you can do.
People, I'm going to do a video on inadvertent injuries, like just a short thing.
Yeah.
And it'll deal with a little bit of that. So I'm not going to talk about it now. We'll get into it.
I had a bad experience.
I had a bad experience. If you are in a mental place where jiu-jitsu does not feel like it's going to make you happy, or you find yourself anticipating failure, and you know that at one time you were happy with jiu-jitsu, then take these proven methods of rewiring your happiness set point to adjust your view of your past and future. Utilize your coach to help you see the past and future in a more positive light. After teaching technique, I view adjusting people's perspective on jiu-jitsu as my next most important task as a coach.
It's good for you.
Good
Pat
job.
yourself on the back a little bit
You're
more.
a psychologist. You charge more for that?
Man.
Did you have two different fees? Like one is for like a private lesson, and then one is for like the mental aspect of it.
You have a couch involved.
Right.
Lay down there in your gi.
One of those little, maybe hypnotize. I don't know what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Rewire your view of your past and future to increase the happiness and contentment you experience now. If you see someone else chasing temporary joy on the hedonic treadmill, you all know what that is now, or falling into learned helplessness, use the science behind increasing the happiness set point to help them break free of a negative mindset that interferes with their jiu-jitsu progress. Encourage gratefulness and best possible self. He has stuff on more reading and stuff, but I'm going to call it a day. I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
Jesus, man.
I know. End rant.
Wow, son.
Good stuff, though. And now everybody knows what hedonic treadmill means.
Yes.
Potentially. If they made it this far. Didn't fall asleep. That's a long one.
Not really.
No?
No.
Doing
You're
good
fine.
on time?
Yeah, we're doing good on
I
time.
just blasted through that.
Yeah, you did.
Nice.
I didn't interrupt you that much. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. It's what we do here.
I like it.
Yeah, if you're looking for consistency, we're consistently fucking shit up.
Loving it.
All over the place.
All over. We will wreck your article.
Yeah, we can wreck anything.
For sure.
Do want to kind of talk about like trying to get back into it for me.
Gotcha.
Just a little bit, just because we got a minute or two. So I did break my neck again, but I was conned into showing back up by people like Paul.
Yeah, I think you were butthurt and fussy. Like you had that one of those 3 moments.
Well, dude, think about this though.
No, I get it. You had every right to be pissed, but I wasn't going to like feed into your.
No.
I just said get your fucking gi on, and you're like,
you
were having none of it. I'm like, just put your gi on, Kip. Put it on. Just put it on. Always don't talk to me, and you put the gi on. I
did. Well, you and Larry were doing the same thing. I don't know if you guys got together on that, but It was super fucking annoying.
Nope. Apparently, we just have to be on the same page.
Just come by.
Yeah.
Larry even went to like take notes. I'm like, now you're just making shit up. I don't do that. But yeah, it's so I like let's go. The sequence of events was surgery, feeling like shit, just listening to my doctor, not going, go back, doing all the right things like my doctor asked me to. Just take it easy. I was just picking my rolls. I was doing fine. Nothing towards my neck. Everybody I knew was that I rolled with or even drilled with, people I trusted, doing exactly what I'm supposed to. And then I had an incident. I had a bad experience.
Yeah, my daughter, I think, messed you up.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I was rolling with her. I was tickling her, and then she fucked me up. It's not my fault.
Hey, sorry.
And it's jiu-jitsu related because it happened while I was on a jiu-jitsu mat.
It was horseplay. It was
that I was unawarely being part of.
It was inadvertent horseplay.
Yeah, it wasn't like there was no malicious intent or anything like that. But it literally cracked my neck. Fuck. And so I was almost done. I was just fucking done. I'm like, I can't get back. It hurt a lot. It still does. But now I know why it hurts and the extent of the injury it's not really that bad. It's something that happens. This is painful. It's basically, it breaks and then it hurts when I extend it or move it or anything that stretches it because it pulls it across the break. I'm like,
yeah, that sucks.
That's why it only hurts then.
I can empathize with that because, you see what my knee did during the test.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course, it did it again Sunday.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going, And then it pops back in and I'm fine. But yeah, on the way home, I'm going, why do I subject myself to this?
Yeah, no. It's tough. It's
you have those moments of why?
Yeah,
why?
Yeah. Like your love for it keeps you going back.
Yeah.
And friends like you and my wife was really supportive. She didn't say anything. She knows me. She knows just to let me wallow in my own shit for a minute because I get over it quickly.
You know, it's funny because sometimes you just like you want to be pissed. You just like you need that to simmer down.
Yeah, I needed to be angry.
Yeah, you need time. Every time for me, given enough time, it's like, all right, I'm over it. I'm done. You go back and then you realize, okay, it's still fun, still having a good time, still learning. But man, in that moment, it's just...
Yeah, I was angry, man. I was super angry. And it's been a rough couple, like since I've gotten hurt, I've had other surrounding, nothing terrible, but other things have gone not my way as it were. You know about most of them. And
life can just suck sometimes.
Yeah, it just sucks. And it's not that bad. I have a great life. I'm very fortunate.
It's one of those perspective things, right? Because it sucks for us, for our normal, right? So you got not to revert back to happiness at that point, but like you got your average, which makes us pretty happy. It gets us to like the 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever we're at. And then like dumb shit happens. And it's easy to wallow, and then that's all you see is the shit. Yeah. Rather than how good things really are.
Well, yeah, and I could see the rest of my life was great. Like I was fine. I could deal with the other setbacks because it's just I've been through that shit. I'm 41 years old. But the jiu-jitsu part of it, I'm just like, man, I can't do this shit. I'm just getting kicked in the face over and over again. Like, hey, look, you're better. No, you're not. Oh, you're better again. No, you're not. Because even before this, I busted my knee up before I hurt my neck. Like I didn't miss a lot of time for that. I think I missed like a week. Yeah,
your knee was definitely not good, but it was relatively quick.
But
it was a matter of like 6 or 8 weeks.
Yeah, I could brace it up and still do what I'm doing. You know, like even during that 6 to 8 weeks, I was mostly on the mats, but I was just careful. It was fine. Hell, I went all the way down to Curlers and saw Paul. Fine. Yeah. You know, but that's why I didn't kick Paul's ass while I was there.
Yeah, you're lucky this time, bro. This time.
Oh,
you just wait.
Dude, fucking manhandled me. Anyways, but it was BJJ wise, it was tough and it was getting really hard at the end. Like I literally told Paul, I'm like, I don't know if I can come back because it was just so frustrating because that was before my doctor's appointment. I'm like, I fucked something up bad enough. Either I'm going to need surgery again or something because it hurt. Like it hurt and it still hurts a lot.
When you told me that, I'm like, so you'll have friends that do this and they're going to have these experiences.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. It just I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people have these kind of things. Like when I started, at first I had tennis elbow bad. Like I couldn't lift this up because it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't heal. Then my knee blew out, and then my knee blew out again, and then my shoulder, my AC joint wrecked, and then I tore my rotator cuffs in my other shoulder, and now I just have this constant knee thing, and my shoulders are always kind of janky. So it just seems like it's one thing after another. And there's been times where I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done. And then somebody just kind of inevitably talks me back into it. So when you had that, I'm like, no, I get it. And I understand exactly, and I'm not even mad at how you're feeling. But the only thing I can do as a friend, as a training partner, is just put your fucking gi on. Because what else are you going to say, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to join you in the wallow party because that doesn't do you any good.
And that's not what I told you.
No, it's not. But there's options you can take as a friend and training partner. You can like jump in with them and be part of that.
In the slop of shittiness.
Or, bashing him and saying just stop being a bitch about it or whatever. I don't think that's the proper thing, but just encourage him to like, just put your gi on. Just come have fun. Just sit down, be a part of it. Things will heal, it'll get better. Just do whatever the bare bones minimum you can do, and eventually you'll be able to do a little bit more and stay in it because at the end of the day, it's worth it. I've been hurt a lot, not as much as some people. Like I don't have like the Gordon Ryan everything shredded kind of thing, and Paul Elliot talked about these girls that were pulling guard or jumping guard or whatever.
Yeah.
And the knee got obliterated.
Yeah.
I never had one of those catastrophic things.
Yes.
It's just kind of like, death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, for me personally, it's all been worth it. I'd do it all again. As much as all that shit hurt and cost and pain and just anguish, I'd do it all again. For what I know now and the family that I have now and the knowledge that I have, I would do it again. And I want to make sure that people like you and others know that somebody else that's done that is still happy that they never just said, fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah. And I'm still in the kind of shit part because the last class was shit for me. Like, it's just what was being shown was everything I couldn't do. It was a takedown. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, oh, north south. I'm like, oh, I can do some of that. No, I can't do that. I can do one. I can't do the other because it was literally posting up on your shoulder and your neck. I'm like, I can't fucking do that.
Yeah, that's hard for me too. Yeah, there's certain things you're like, this is a no go for me.
And warming up hurts. So I'm just kind of standing there like a fucking tool.
Yeah, you do what I do now. Yeah. It's fun, ain't it? Just in the middle, everybody running around you.
You feel like a fucking tool because everybody's looking at you like, what the fuck's that dude's problem?
Yeah. Well, how come he gets to do that? Because he's broke.
Because I'm fucking broke, son.
Hey, at least you're there.
Yeah, but you won't see me jumping into a roll, though. You know what I mean? You will. And then if you do, it's with a certain person. Yeah. Like, it's a very calculated, I know where I'm going. And it may look like I'm trying my hardest. I'm not. I'll promise you that.
Yeah. The sucky thing about getting hurt anywhere, right? It's kind of like if you hit your thumb with a hammer. Rest assured, anytime you walk by something, you're going to hit your thumb.
Oh, yeah, that thumb.
Rest assured.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It's Murphy's Law.
Right on the button. Exactly. Yeah. So when you're hurt and you're trying to roll, rest assured, even if you're going with the best person that's not, still gonna click. Just the dumb shit. Well, it's going to happen.
You and I were trying to work on the back move that they were showing where you had to pull my arm over my head and I immediately you just barely you were doing nothing and it touched my neck, it touched my head enough to turn it and nope. Yeah, you tap and I'm like, God damn it. And of course, but it wasn't hurt. It was just tightening. I'm like, nope, let go.
Yeah. As a training partner, that kind of you feel bad too, but
and that's
as long as you're not.
But that's another aspect of it is I feel like an asshole. I really do. Like, you know how you feel like everyone feels this way when you're a fucking white belt, or especially when you're really new white belt. You're like, you apologize. You're like, I'm sorry, this is a shitty roll.
I've heard that so many times.
Oh God, it comes up all the time.
You're not a shitty roll.
No,
you are what you are. You're a beginner. It's
you're
fine.
Exactly what I'm expecting you to do.
I've had people going, this must be so boring for you. No, it's not,
dude. Yeah. It's fine. Like, just fucking shut up. Yeah. And I wish I would have understand that before. But now I'm back in that position because I feel like a dick. Like when I had to do that to you, like I literally held off on saying anything for a second too.
Oh, don't do that.
But no, I did just for a second. And I'm like, no, this fucking hurts. I'm like, this is going to hurt more if he keeps pulling. You weren't doing shit. You were clearing my arm. Yeah. That's all you were doing, clearing my arm. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, well, I think.
And me trying to be nice and not tap was saying nope. Nope. Yeah.
Well, I think
that's being nice. But.
I think partnering with me, I have a lot of understanding. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, if my wife doesn't fucking steal you. What a bitch.
I can't help it. I'm fun.
What a bitch. She took you from me.
You know, it's funny. You can call your wife a bitch on here because she'll never listen.
She catches up every 3 to 4 years. So
3 to 4 years from now, she's going to just be mad at you for, why are you mad at me? Like, I heard what you said 3 years ago.
I fucking meant it.
God, I'm going to double down. Double down 3 years from now.
Yeah, that's future Kip's problem. So, but now, that's why I wanted to talk about it a little bit, is I thought about that yesterday because I felt like a dick. And I'm like, oh, I bet there's other people that feel like it because I feel like a dick again. I'm like, because I'm sitting there not doing warm-ups. And Amanda's really good at pointing that out, bitch.
Here,
hate you a little. So
wow,
she's always like, hey, why aren't you doing warm up? Shut the fuck up.
You just point to me like you see him doing it. Yeah, not laughing at him.
He's broken too. Fuck. Oh, it's because purple belt and all special.
Yeah, what it is, purple belts don't do warm ups.
But just kidding, Amanda. Oh wait, she doesn't listen anymore. Fuck you, Amanda.
God, Kip. When Jen listens to this, she'd be like, Amanda, come listen to this shit.
Yeah, they're both kick my ass. It's fine.
It's true.
I'm used to it. But I know I'm wrong. Like, I know my head's wrong. I know.
Yes.
I know everyone's like, no one gives a fuck what I'm doing. Especially the new guys, because I don't know who I am. So it's perfect.
Nobody wants to be that guy.
You just don't.
And I know exactly what you're feeling, because I feel the same way. It's just that you gotta give a little bit of not care. It's like, you know what, maybe they do think I'm a dick, but their opinion of me doesn't really matter.
No, and if you think I'm a dick, then it kind of makes you a prick, because it doesn't feel right running. Like, it feels fucked up. Like, I can run a short, like, little burst, and it doesn't feel weird. But as soon as I run for a second, it's just that jostling over and over again. It starts to bother me. It feels fucking weird, and I don't like it. Like,
that's what my shoulder did after my AC joint rupture.
Yeah,
like, I'd
weird,
run,
right?
and it as it bounced, it'd be like, something's just janky.
It doesn't fucking hurt, but it's like, well, it hurts a little. Yeah. But it's not right.
Yeah.
It's not something. It's not the amount of pain where you'd be like, I got to stop doing this. Right. But then I go to shrimp, and I'm like, I'm holding my head up. My head's heavy. Holy shit. It's like, oh, because it just doesn't like it. And I'm like, oh, I'll jump in for some of these, some of the warm-ups. I'm like, I just can't. I can't do it right now.
Yeah, I think as long as you can do what you can do.
Yeah, and that's what Jesse did. That's what Jesse always says to me for his class. He's like, dude, just do whatever the fuck you can. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
But even just trying to be a good teammate, I don't want to do that.
Nah, you're fine.
I know, but it's the way you think.
Yeah.
So if there's others out there and you get hurt a bunch.
True. Yeah, if you think this way and I've thought that way in the past, others do too. So
yeah, exactly.
If you're that guy, try not to be that guy.
Just know you're...
Do what you can, yeah.
Just know that, it's your shit. Don't worry about it. And the people that really care about you in that family, because there's going to be stronger relationships with some in BJJ and less other, just like in a family. The people that know you and know the situation you're in, except for Amanda, will... totally get why you're
they're the ones that really love you. Like, I don't care. Just do it anyway.
Like Paul. Yeah. Just fucking do it.
Just put your gi on.
Yeah. Just put your gi on.
Now.
Hurt your damn self.
Don't make me ask you again. I'm not going to ask next time.
And,
just put it on for you.
But it's all okay. And it's just all part of this, coming back to level. I haven't come back to my level yet. I'm still low because I can't do what I want to do. Sitting there yesterday fucking sucked. I like, everybody's like, oh, it's great that you're here. And it is. It's good. Being on the mats, period. I talked to Joe a little bit about that when I saw him. Being on the mats, period, is good for me. Even if it's boring as fuck, it's good for me. I know that. However, it did suck just watching everybody do shit.
You should just sit there and be like, who wants to work on leg lock entries from 50-50? That's
Anybody?
all I can
Anybody?
do. Anybody? Your legs are fine.
Yeah, legs are great now. No use. They seem to get good if you don't use your legs at all.
Next private lesson, we're going to talk about leg locks, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, because that way it'll be good for you, because it's one of the few things you can actually legitimately work on.
Yes.
And actually go relatively hard.
Hard on them. Yeah,
because you can just start in 50-50 or whatever position and do and do that without fucking up your neck and getting pulled on. So
exactly.
I think that's a good idea.
It's not bad.
I'm a genius.
Good
Purple
job.
belt, people.
I like it. Oh my God,
I gotta go.
Dude. Holy shit.
we have to stop this podcast.
Oh God, we're done
falling
now.
off the rails.
But I just wanted to put that out there that it does suck. Don't let anyone think just being there, no offense, Paul, just being there is going to make it all better. It does make it's going to help you. It's going to make you feel better, because I feel better today for going than I would have not, because I've not gone so much.
Yeah.
Really familiar with that feeling. So, but I feel better. But once again, I'm always honest. It's not going to fix it. It's not going to make you be like, oh shit, I'm all happy and I'm in jiu-jitsu. No, I'm not doing jiu-jitsu still. I happen to be in its vicinity, much closer, but I'm still not doing it. So it's still frustrating me, but I'm much happier about not doing it, I guess, is the way it is. So I want to put that out there because I thought it, and I'm like, just like you said, if I'm thinking it, there's some other person out there thinking that too. So, dude, everything gets better. That's all I'm saying. Everything gets better. Yeah. Hopefully.
Just go.
Just put your gi on.
Gi on.
There's a shirt.
Put your gi on.
Somebody make a shirt of that. Just put your gi on. You broken fucker,
Put
put
it
your
on.
gi on. So, but yeah, that's all I got for
Cool.
this evening.
Again,
Today,
yeah.
whatever.
Again, Gameness, GD Tenant Tech, check out. Top Mount, GD Tenant, check out. Check out Croiler.
Oh
Check
shit,
out
we
Black
forgot
Lion.
tap tape.
Tap tape. Oh, my
wait.
God.
Oh,
Well, luckily, we have a video now, and it's right there. So
Yeah, it's right there all
They
the
can't
time.
miss it.
but
Sorry,
anyways,
Mike.
tap tape.
Don't hate us. It's your job. Don't hate Kip.
Yeah, I don't care.
Hate Kip.
Yeah, hey, it's fine. You send everything to Paul anyway, so we're good.
I have all the tape.
Yeah, you do.
That's why you can't find
I
it on
stole some,
Amazon.
bitch.
Oh, you
I have some in my bag of the good size.
rude.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Well, I figure I'll do Jiu Jitsu sooner.
All right. But again, get on the Flick Chat app. Grappling Dad's all one word. Eventually, I'm trying to do the YouTube thing with just like the short clips. We had a request on the Flick Chat app.
Yeah.
He says,
Motherfucker
I don't have...
came in blazing.
Oh.
Like, hey, brand new to the podcast.
Hey,
Here's what you could do differently.
He wasn't wrong.
No,
And I
he
actually-
was not wrong.
So
but-
I actually had it in my head. We're not doing exactly what he wants. He wanted us to like pull out certain clips from the podcast. Yeah, not doing that. Too much work.
That is a lot of work.
But what I'll do is I'll sit down in front of the camera and I'll give like a 6, 8, whatever minute synopsis of these kind of issues.
Yeah, it's really good.
Just kind of like highlights.
Yeah, he did one already.
Yep.
He's fixing it because he's evidently not good enough. But it's good.
Dude.
I actually really enjoyed it.
I'm so dumb when it comes to technology.
A little bit.
I
And then
literally
you don't ask me.
I didn't know you knew. Here's what I did.
Go ahead and make an assumption.
Here's what I sorry.
probably know
I
it.
apologize. I don't. Here's what I did. It was good for me. I learned
It was
stuff.
good for you. You learned a lot of shit. You probably know more than me now.
So my hours got cut way back at work. I'm on 40 hours a week now. So I have all this free time.
But he still starts in like the middle of the night. So
Yeah, I do. But so I have all this free time. So I tried to learn, what camera to use, how to use the camera settings. And then I'm like, okay, lighting, backdrop. All right, now I got to, where do I put the lights, moving that around.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, oh, got that. And then, so then sitting in front of a camera and not having a dialogue, that's hard, people. Like
Yeah.
that is, you can see my phone and it has like all these icons in my photos of
Yeah.
every time I started and stopped after about 30
yeah.
seconds. Because if you think I talk bad on this,
when you don't have a direction, like
if I'm just like, I'm just going to like free ball it, so to speak, it doesn't go good.
yeah,
It's
You'll get it, though.
super hard. So,
you just started.
oh yeah. So then I got that. So I'm like, all right. So then I try to edit it on my phone.
No,
There's no
no,
good
no,
software on
no.
the phone. So I'm like, okay, how do I download a video from my iPhone to a Mac? You'd think it'd be easy. And
It
it
is.
probably is.
It is.
Unless you're me.
We do it every week, by
who's
the way.
never done that. I've never done that in my life. So I'm like, all right. So I got the wife out and she helped me with that. So then I got to import that into iMovie because that's like the simple free one.
Yes, it works really well.
And then learn how to do all the audio and trying to fix the lighting because I'm still stupid and don't have it right. And it looks like I got a big shiny sun on my forehead. But whatever.
It's a good look.
Neither here nor there. But anyway, I tried so hard. And then when I uploaded it, it went to the wrong YouTube
That was fucking
channel.
hilarious.
I was furious.
But
I'm trying.
Because I have now heard that this was no small feat that he got this done. And this fucker, like, because I've worked in iMovie before. I've done a little bit of everything. Just I get bored and I try shit. So I figure it out. But that's just kind of where I came from. Paul didn't. So this is very difficult for Paul. And it's just not his brain. Now, he knows what a fucking hedonic fucking treadmill is, but he doesn't know how to make an iMovie.
I've read every book in the world.
Yes, and that's awesome. But for this, he just texted me was it Sunday night?
Sunday night, just before I went to bed.
Right before he was going to go to bed.
Hold on, pause. I wanted so bad before I went to bed that night.
You had your goal.
Uploaded. It was my goal,
Yeah.
and it failed.
Yeah, and so I didn't know. All I see is a text that says, "Hey, I uploaded it. It went to the wrong one." And immediately I kind of knew what it was, but it wasn't something I was like, I knew it was bedtime.
You didn't think it was a big deal.
No, because I'm like, oh, it's his bedtime.
You
He's just
didn't
telling me before he goes to bed. I'll take a look at
I'm
it.
seething
Yeah,
in
so
anger.
So I figured tomorrow morning, like Monday morning, it would be cool. I was like, it'll be fine. No, evidently I found out this evening and he was fucking furious.
Oh my God, so mad.
His wife tells me, when you went upstairs, she's like, oh, you should have seen him. I'm like, why didn't he tell me that? She goes, I know. I asked him, did you tell him why you want to do that? No. Well, why didn't you? Because I just thought it was you like, oh, yeah, I'm having a little
just
issue.
Playing. Yeah, no worries.
That's what I thought it was. No, this was the end of a 4-day trek for this dude.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working.
So when I finally put my first little snippet up, yeah, it'll be a thing. I'm going to celebrate, and I hope you all get on the comments.
I got you all hooked up now, though. I got it fixed.
We're good.
I mean,
so
it wasn't fixed. I just told you how to do it.
So hopefully soon, like, a week after, well, actually a few days because I'm almost off work. I'm almost got my 40 in.
Oh, fuck.
I know it's only Tuesday, and it's almost done. I work a lot of hours per day.
I love how your wife's like, oh, next week you'll have time to do stuff. I'm like, I think you'll have time for a few weeks after that.
Yeah, I'm going to get a bunch of videos done when I'm laid off. Yeah, it's going to suck.
Oh, dude, you're going to be me. Remember when I did that 2.5 years ago?
Yeah.
Where I would just text you all the time because I wasn't working.
That was great.
I took the summer off to be with my kids, which just turned into me hanging out with my kids and texting Paul.
That was great.
Talked all the time.
Yeah. Bunch of stuff about Jiu Jitsu.
And then I got a job, and he's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I got a fucking job, bro.
Fell off the face of the planet.
But no, so your time off work will be well spent.
Awesome. I can't wait.
But currently, you still have to go to work tomorrow, so we'll call this.
We done?
Like, follow, share.
It's way past my bedtime.
Oh, good Lord, stop being old.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Please.
For the love
YouTube,
of God.
subscribe.
Just subscribe.
We had like 10 more of you people. Like, all right. Thousands of listeners. We got 10
Thousands of listeners, you assholes.
Like, come on.
I know you don't care.
Hook us up.
Just go on. It's just I know you've watched YouTube. I know you do. Fuck. You look at shitty maneuvers on YouTube all the time. So just fucking take a quick second, subscribe, make me feel better, and we'll be good from there.
Excellent. All right.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.